So what am I doing here standing with a towel in a chair? Well, we're going to start to talk about stretching or mobility. Now, what's interesting is there's a lot out there about exercise. Again, like golf swings, exercise and stretching and mobility goes through a process. If you're not ready for a certain stretch and you go on to something that requires you to be able to do that, you get in trouble. There's some very important things that you have to have in your body for you to be able to move and not hurt yourself. So the first thing relative to fitness is an awareness and just taking check of what's going on in your body and trying to get your basic structure as stable as possible. So most of you are going to really like this stretch, but it's the first one we're going to start with, and it's probably one of the most important to take evaluation of what's going on in your body. So we got a chair here. So all we're going to do, you want to lay on the ground. Now preferably you want this to be a hard ground, maybe a hardwood floor, not carpet, because your back conforms. So you put your legs up. Now you want the chair to be just high enough so that you can rest your legs, so you've got 90-degree angles here. And for me, this chair width is perfect, so I can rest my feet, so my feet are in line with my knees. Everything's at 90-degree angles. And then I lay down and put my hands on my stomach. Now, all I'm doing here is just relaxing. Now, if you notice, when I lay here, right now, where are my eyes looking? They're looking back this way. Well, should they be there? No. My eyes should be right here looking straight up. Why are they looking back? Well, they're looking back because I have a little bit of a kyphosis. What does that mean? When I stand, my mid-back is rounded just a little bit, so my head is a little forward. So when I lay on the ground, what happens is my head has to tilt way back, so my eyes are looking way back. So there's a little bit of rounding in my mid-back. When you do a static stretch like this, laying on your back on the ground, letting gravity relax you, it's a passive but very active stretch because you're letting gravity move your body back to neutral. So this is one of the most important stretches to do on a daily basis. If you want to relax your back, relax your shoulders, figure out where you are, is there rotation in your body, or your hips tilted, this is the best way to do it, because when I lay down, I line my feet up, knees, hips, shoulders, lay down. So the first thing I noticed is my head was tilted back. Now what will happen if I lay here long enough, as my mid-back relaxes, all of a sudden, as it relaxes, my head will tilt, my neck will go back, and all of a sudden I'm looking straight up. I also notice when I'm laying here that my right hip is off the ground just a little bit. Both hips should be flat on the ground. Now I'm not gonna push it down, I'm just gonna let gravity gradually push me down. The other thing we're gonna do from here is start to learn how to breathe. Now I know that sounds crazy, you think you know how to breathe. No, you don't. There are two different types of breathing. There's when you breathe from your chest or your diaphragm. Diaphragm is where you're designed to breathe from. So if I put my hands on my stomach, and as I breathe here, I fill my diaphragm, so it fills my stomach, then my lungs, then I let it out. Diaphragm, lungs, let it out. Now each time you relax, you feel your body sink into the ground. If my feet are lined up, knees and hips, you may feel different torques or different pressure in different parts of your body. A lot of you, when you lay down, you'll feel one shoulder's higher than the other, or one hip is higher. As you lay here, you'll feel everything gradually settle into the ground until your shoulders will relax, your neck and head will relax. Once you've done that and you feel relaxed, it feels like your body is just neutral. Both hips are touching, both shoulders. Tension's gone out of your hips. You just lay here and relax for a few minutes. Now, when you get up, you turn to the side, you roll to your side, up to your hands and knees, and then stand up. At this point, you might feel a little lightheaded. Now, some people say, well, that's because the blood flows off. Some of that's true. Some of it's the oxygen. But now your body is very close to neutral when you first stand. So you kind of pay attention to where you are. Now, for me, as soon as I stand up from laying down there, my posture's better because I've been given lessons all day. I've been bent over like this, so I was a little kyphotic. So when I laid on the ground, my head was like this, and as it gradually relaxed, now I'm in a better position. So the first and most important stretch is just what they call the static back stretch. Lay on the ground, feet up in a chair with your feet straight up, something holding them so you can relax, and just take a count. When I lay like that and everything's lined up, does my right hip feel tight? Is one shoulder higher than the other? Because those are starting to show you rotations and different positions that your body is not correct in. As you just lay there, gravity will gradually relax your body into neutral. Neutralize your pelvis, it'll neutralize your spinal column, your shoulders will start to go back. That's one of the best stretches anybody can do prior to and after playing golf, especially after. So that's number one.